My connection didn't die. Woo! Welcome to Cthulhu Wednesdays on Tales from the Lost Emporium. Whoa! Look at that. We are a number of people down, but press on nevertheless because we are committed to horror roleplay games and just general silliness. Greeting. I'm Minion G. You see behind now. I am going to be the keeper tonight because we are down a bushy. Why isn't it showing? I'm going to talk. This is so professional. I'm going to talk random rubbish for a sec. Why isn't it showing anyone's names? Oh man.
I'm Alric Meto on here. I don't know if I've accidentally logged in with Adam's thing.
That's the same random one it brought up for me as well on the dice bit. But, right, hang on. Let me just see. Our names should be scrolling across the top, the bottom even. No. Right, what's going on?
I think it's because we joined as guests and it's just gone, you know what? You look like an Alric. I'm going to make you an Alric.
Well, I mean, instead of an Alric, let's see. We should meet this is going to be a really quick bit. Oh, actually, first, we should say thanks to our 3 sponsors. So we've got Lost Souls Pizza in Camden. Go check them out. If you're taking a 20 on the trip, you'll get a prize. Woohoo! Monkey's Emporium. Woohoo! Check him out on a Sunday night on Facebook for he does an auction and it's all look. It's toys from my childhood and it really gives me the nostalgia feels when I see it on there. And I've bought stuff as well. Oh, Black Star. It was like pre-He-Man. Oh my god, it's great. It's got a little lighter flint in it, and yeah, because we wanted to encourage children to smoke in the 80s. And lastly, I'm so going off on tangents. Look, we've lost 2 people for the stream over the course of one day, and it's just like, yeah.
We're about to lose 2 sponsors, G.
I've mentioned 2. I've just got the last one to go, and I'm geographically close to that, so I can strong arm him anyway. Shake Glass Games, woo! But feel free to check out your own friendly local gaming store because they're awesome places where you could play crazy games like we're about to try and play. No, it's all going to be good, honestly. Now we should meet our 2 players that we've got, the deadly duo or the dynamic duo. I don't know. Do you want to be deadly, dynamic, dastardly? I don't know. Any other?
Dilettante.
The diligent duo. Cool. Right.
I think even that might be pushing it.
I'm gonna. What's this? I'm gonna go big, and then it's. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Dun, dun, dun. So tonight we have with us PJ. PJ, who are you playing tonight?
Hello. I am PJ, and tonight I will be returning to Phineas Bartram, inventor of dubious success. I found myself on a whistle-stop tour of America. Came to see my good friend Bertie Albert himself, and unfortunately we found ourselves in a little bit of a pickle. Got ourselves sent at a holiday at the leisure of the sanatorium, where we had various adventures there. Albert trying the local narcotics, as it were.
And he loved them.
And stumbled into a man entirely occupying a pickling jar. And we went on the lam from there, as it were. So yes, that's where we find ourselves on the run very much.
Awesome. Let's meet the preserved human himself. I mean, we have no idea how old this character is. He could have been in there for hundreds of years. Listen, I've seen a documentary, The Pickle. It's Thingamy, Seth. What's his name? I've forgotten. But yeah, he could be hundreds of years old.
So, Tommy Tomsky. So I will be playing the role of Tobias Cobb, seasoned actor, able to throw my voice at any particular moment. I do believe I have a strong scent of vinegar right now. very much of a disdain for barrels and barrel-like objects. Yes, we've just escaped from a lunatic asylum and have now found ourselves. We went to Bertie's house, didn't we?
We did
Yes.
briefly, yes.
Yes. I may have pocketed a few things whilst I was there. I don't know. We'll go through my equipment on another session.
I mean, let's be honest, it was another lunatic asylum, Albert's house, for those that had spent any considerable time there. Cool. Thank you very much. So, yes, we've compressed 2 Tommies into 1 for tonight because we normally have 2 Toms. So this is good. Okay. Following on from the chaos at the asylum, everybody got away. You went back to Albert's place, and you've decided to flee rather wisely, which is unusual for this group. Let's be honest. Rather wisely, you've decided maybe we should flee Arkham City, because, I mean, we've screwed up the asylum in a pretty big way. It wasn't subtle.
We literally left the lunatics running the asylum.
Yes, that's right. We incited rebellion. Guns were fired. Cars were hijacked, I believe, in order to get away. Yes, with a masterful piece of acting and persuading. And then it's dawned on everybody that Mr. Corbett, who lives across the road from Albert, is actually a man of influence in Arkham, and maybe we should all head off into the sunset. And basically, we're just going to go somewhere and wait for it all to blow over. So Albert's, I think it's fair to say, Albert had a car, so we don't have to take the stolen car unless we wish to take the stolen car. We have, I've forgotten what Tom's character name. The FBI agent.
Ah, yes.
For ease, he will take the stolen car, and he will take his good friend Albert with him, who actually is looking a bit rough and is mumbling something about when's he going to get his next set of pills. Because he went all in on the addiction while he was there. They were giving him for free, and he just dived headfirst in and took what they had to offer. So he's going to have issues. I'm sure his friend will wean him off those substances. Which leaves you two with Albert's car. So who would like to be driving is my first big question for tonight.
Well, I feel like my my acquaintance, Mr. Cobb here, should probably take the wheel. Bloody Yankson driving on the wrong side of the road, and So yeah, Phineas doesn't want to drive on the wrong side of the road, so he's handing the wheel to the party's alcoholic. It's what could go wrong.
I do have. I do believe I've had a little bit of a nip before we got in, but I'm perfectly fine to drive. Of course, I've driven vehicles like this all the time. Where is it? Drive auto. I have the lowest stat. I have the base average of drive auto. So if that's the same as yours, I am happy to do it.
Yep.
How about good fellow, you take the wheel and I'll do the pedals.
So what we can do, because yes, you are. The driving role is for navigating out of the city successfully in your disheveled state and trying to stay out of sight of any authorities. So that's how it's. Now, what I will say is Phineas can give you an assist. I know you said you'll do the pedals, but there's no reason why he can't give you an assist. And he might be trying to get you to drive on the other side of the road constantly by insisting you're going wrong at the junctions.
Perfect.
But it'll be a lot more help than hindrance. So you get to roll the 10s dice a second time.
Okay.
So you can have a bonus dice. So give me a D100 roll and then also roll a D10 just to see what your other 10 score is.
Okay, so my D100 roll is 75. Now I want it to be low, don't I?
Oh,
yes. Low is generally the best way for this to go. But you can roll a D10, so we'll see what we change the 70 to.
We can do an 8.
So
It's even higher.
that's a 75
No, man,
or an
double
85.
D-clutch.
It's the 1920s, so aren't we? Like the levers are like this.
Isn't one of the levers is a clutch, isn't it? And then there's a running brake and a hand brake. And there's all sorts of madness. You're just pulling levers, punching things. Listen, they found you in a barrel of vinegar. No one's sure how long you've been there.
I believe I had a dream about this, only it was a very yellow vehicle. I think it had Caterpillar written down the side of it.
So, let me see.
Killdozer.
Oh man, I should have got this earlier. I need a character sheet in front of me so I can figure stuff out for rolls. Give me a second. I haven't got a character sheet. There's one in here somewhere. I looked at all my Cthulhu stuff today. Here we go. So that was the not so successful drive off, which means you are careening everywhere. It seems you were listening a lot to Phineas, where he was insisting you were driving on the wrong side of the road. Maybe there's still vinegar in your ears. And
I believe we both Englishmen at this point. Though.
Yeah, good point. You're like, yes, of course. This is definitely.
Makes
Why don't they drive on our
this
side
makes
of the road?
complete sense, Phineas.
Carry on, Cobb.
You can give me a dodge roll. I think we'll go for.
Okay, so dodge for me is okay. So D100.
Yeah.
Oh dear God!
My goodness.
So, on a D100, you rolled a 97.
It's gonna be a short session.
How fast can 1920s vehicles go, though?
It's about 30 miles an hour, isn't it? At a push, maybe.
We'd be
But they
faster
don't-
if we gave it a push.
They've got rid of the need for the man with the red flag in front.
But they haven't invented crumple zones yet. So
Oh man! So I rolled a D4 for damage. So you both take 4 points of damage as you collide with a lamppost and actually come to a stop.
So 4
And-
points of damage.
I'm hoping it's not killed you. I mean, 4's a lot. I rolled the lowest thing I could think of.
Is
Hopefully
it
that's
if you
not killed
take more
anybody.
than half your health in one hit?
Yeah, half your max health. Yeah.
Okay, it was close. I'm lucky you only rolled a D4.
Yeah. Oh. So, what we can take away from that? Actually, I should have rolled it on there. Right. Next time, I'll roll it on the dice thingy. Let me get rid of that dice tray because I'll just keep wanting to do it on there otherwise. Cool. The problem is the engine goes and there's hisses of steam everywhere. Now, if only you had someone that was any sort of mechanically minded or technical person.
Well, it's funny you should mention. Phineas, at seeing that a sort of contraption has gone awry, immediately sort of springs to the fore and is like, "Ah, my time has come." Sort of reaches into his little tool satchel, his father's monogram tool belt, starts pulling out wrenches and various bits and pieces, pops open the side panel and is like, dives in. Can I attempt a mechanical repair roll?
You certainly can.
I almost said it can't get any worse, but I'm not going to jinx it like that. Okay, so that's a 41 against a 70.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
Yes, I mean, it's not going to pass any beauty contests or an MOT. Let's say that much. But you've jury-rigged it enough to get the engine running, the drive works, and everything. You've taken away some of the confusing levers.
The odd pedal or two.
Yes.
Who
They were
needs
superfluous.
brakes?
Yes. So, I mean, you know, the one shot I'd done was just you driving out of the city. That's it. I knew it'd be this good.
I love it. I love it.
So let's head off again. And again, you can have assistance. The driving role now is trying to control this vehicle that isn't handling quite so well, trying to not get noticed by any more of the authorities, given that you just crashed into a lamppost.
Inconspicuous, I think, is the way forward.
So style it out then.
Okay, let's do this again.
I love the image we haven't even made it out of Bertie Street yet. Like, we were attempting to make a right at the end of the road and just absolutely oversteered into the...
Actually, no, you've gone into Corbett's house. It's not enough that we got arrested there before.
Beautiful.
Driven through his what was it? His greenhouse.
Wait, we got that the
Viscera
back?
everywhere.
Yeah. It's a wooden building. You just went straight through it.
Okay, so D100 for driving
Yep.
again.
Yep.
We are racking
And
up
you-
these experience points in driving. 'Cause to be honest with you, I need them. 41.
And you get to
Which is-
roll a D10 again to replace the 10s.
Oh, it's the same.
It's
It's a 41 or a 41. That's good. So, is that any level of success though?
I'm at 25, so it's 16 off. Should I push luck?
You can spend 16 luck if you like, or you can push the roll.
What does pushing the roll entail? Do I go?
You get to roll again. You will still have the bonus dice. However, if you fail this time, the car is not in good shape. The possible crash will be that much more lethal. So it will be a bigger dice of damage.
I don't think we should risk that.
That very much could finish Phineas off.
Yes.
That was just for pushing, or you can spend 16 luck.
I'll spend 16 luck.
Excellent. Look at that.
Big hit.
We're 2 minutes in,
It is
and already I'm getting you to burn the luck.
It is a big hit of luck. I'm down to 41 from 60, so
40 is still a good score in luck. Phineas, how much luck have you got currently?
My sheet says 30, but I'm sure I've burnt some.
No, we'll be all right with 30.
My sanity's 27.
There's the important one.
I have less sanity than I do luck. So
Hang on. Let me get ready. I'll open the rule book onto the sanity, the insane bits, because there's 2 massive D100 tables.
of course you get affectations and afflictions, don't you?
Yeah, manias and phobias. Right.
That's the one.
Cool. Just got that ready for later. You successfully drive out of the city. Yay!
I'll be honest with you, we got further than I anticipated, given both of us have a drive skill.
He's the lowest. Okay,
Amazing.
Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Here we go.
You get out of the city and you're driving for a good few hours. It's like 2 in the afternoon now, at least. The car's still just hanging together. Occasionally, it lets out a particularly loud and unpleasant bang and gives a bit of a shake, and the steering goes a bit light. So you're doing all this, and it's not changing direction for a while, and it just sort of snatches itself back. But you're managing. The good news is I'm not going to make you roll any more drive auto rolls. So it's all gravy for me, right? Yeah. So let's not remember that you've escaped from an asylum, gone to a random guy's house that some of you may have known, and then immediately grabbed some stuff and run. So you're probably feeling a bit frazzled at the moment. Like I say, it's 2 PM. You're driving along. You are in the country, and you see a sign come up on the road, and it says Scar Lake Motel, 5 miles ahead.
I dare say we could get our heads down and find ourselves some good food, Phineas.
Phineas looks across the car, covered in like vehicle oil, like, and perhaps a shower.
I am pleased you've decided to do that. Otherwise, it was drive auto rolls for the rest of the night.
Drive auto rolls until we kill ourselves.
I'll be honest. Past this motel, there's nothing. It's not been drawn in. It's a really rubbish.
I was hoping we could keep rolling the dice until we found Crystal Lake Hotel. That sounds very inviting.
Given our drive auto skill, we'd be more likely to find Crystal Lake.
By the end of tonight, you'll wish it was Crystal Lake. You safely make the 5 miles. Cars still giving out a big rattle. And on the right-hand side of the road, you see a motel building. And it's a large T-shaped building. It's like 75 feet long. And the top of the T is where the reception is. And then the stick coming down of the T is where the rooms are. You can see there's 2 cars parked outside where the rooms are. And then there's a truck parked to the left of the reception. And then, so it's a T like that. And then, so down this side is the road. And then down this side is a lake shore that's open. And then you can see the other side of the lake is thickly wooded all around. So I presume you pull up at the motel and you can decide your plan of attack. Go and purchase a room if you wish. And we'll see what hijinks.
As it happens, Phineas, I am quite devoid of funds right now. That's never stopped me from acquiring a hotel room in the past.
Phineas looks at the pair of them, one giving off the subtle aroma of pickles and vinegar, the other looking like the missing member of Ebony and Ivory.
Oil and vinegar.
Oil and vinegar. What a combo. And you think, perhaps we shouldn't push our luck. And he's gonna sort of, from his wallet, take a few dollars.
Yeah, you'll have some
to cover the cost of a room.
Good man.
I mean, if it's oil and vinegar, you're basically a salad dressing between you, right?
With the vinaigrettes.
I'm so pleased we decided to push ahead with tonight. This is quality stuff. Right, you head into the reception building. I'm sure you go in. There's a reception bar, like a counter. Behind it is a wall with 2 doors in. The doors are closed. And on that back wall, between those doors, all on the wall are all various number plates, like hanging from the wall as if a collection. There's quite a lot of them. There's more than 30, put it that way. So it looks kind of cool. You know how an American diner would look these days. You go, oh, yeah, that's right. But these are the people that did it first. This is where it started. And it looks largely deserted. On one side of the counter, there's a chair with, well, you're not sure if he's alive. It's a human form in a blanket, and on the arm of the wheelchair, so it's a wheelchair, there's a bell, like a little counter bell, ding, 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 and that's there. And you're not, give me a spot hidden roll to see if you can tell if this person is alive or not. see the
What
scores.
is going on with these rolls?
Would you like to tell the viewers what you just rolled?
Wow. Phineas rolled a 98.
I do believe I may have rolled an 81.
I feel like neither of which is a pass.
Sadly, no. You are both covered in various viscous liquids.
It looks like to be a comfortable seat over there, Phineas. I might sit down.
It could be a bundle of rags. It could just be a corpse. Listen, you are in the middle of nowhere in backwater America. So it's entirely up to you what you do.
I'm gonna sit down. If I've not spotted him, I'm gonna think he's like a chair with rags on. I'm sitting down.
Cool.
I'm role playing it how it's supposed to be. I think
We're giving a lap dance to the proprietor. Cool.
You sit on the pile of blankets, and they give out a feeble wriggle, and then you hear and then all of a sudden an arm shoots out from the blanket. It's going ding 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 on the bell by the side.
I do believe you've won a prize, Cobb.
I'll jump up and be like, I am so sorry, sir. You see, you're of slender build and obviously a man who looks after himself. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spotted you in that chair. I'd have seen you from a mile away if you'd let yourself go somewhat. So, congratulations on your weight loss, sir.
You like the rags and the blankets. You can just about see a pair of eyes with some discolored skin underneath, and there's this sort of withered old hand and arm approaching. It's got very mottled skin on it, and it's still banging this bell, and you hear from under it. And that's when one of the doors behind the counter opens, and out pops this middle-aged guy, sort of balding. He's quite neatly dressed, but he's country dressed, and not as in aristocratic English country. But he's got his best checked shirt on, and overalls rolled down and tied around, and he's like, Filbert, we have customers, and he's like, greetings, gentlemen. Welcome to the Scar Lake Motel. My name's Gilbert Trenslow, and this here's my mighty fine brother that I look after. As you can see, he makes a decent watchdog. I do apologize. Look, Filbert, stop with the damn bells. And then he goes over and he whispers into the blankets, like soothing sounds, and then slowly the rigging starts to stop. And then he's like, I do apologize, gentlemen. If he wakes up in a shock, he's uncontrollable. He is. Oh my word! But he means no harm.
Well, we certainly meant no disturbance. However, we were wondering if we could maybe ascertain a room for the evening.
Just the one room for both of you fine gentlemen. I mean, it is not for me to judge, but I would like to point out there is only one bed per room. Now, I can make arrangements if that's what you wish. Or
there's a bit of a phrase from where we're coming from called topping and tailing, you see. You see, he'll have his feet in my face, and I'll probably have my feet in his face. And what we do then is we save money.
Upon hearing that, Phineas is like, what are the rates of your rooms?
He's like, well, it's just $2 a room. So if you want 2 rooms, that'll be $4, gentlemen, for the night.
Phineas slams a 5 on the counter. Very hastily. 2 rooms sounds fantastic, and $1 for yourself for the trouble.
Not a problem at all, gentlemen. If you want to spend the night in each other's rooms, I ain't seen nothing. I won't be telling a soul, I swear. And he turns the guest book to you and says, if you just mind awfully leaving your signatures for me, he says, I can give you, and he looks up and he looks down and he goes, I can give you rooms 1 and 2, which are the first ones you'll come to. It says 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They're all taken, but yeah. So you won't have the lake view. You'll have the road view, if that's all right. But it sounds like you gentlemen are going to be busy with each other, so you probably aren't too fussed about the view out the window tonight.
Phineas is curious about room 3, which has gone entirely unmentioned.
Yep.
But he's also going to sign and oh god damn, I can't remember his name. What was the name of the doctor who ran the sanatorium?
Oh, bugger.
I know the names of the orderlies, but I don't know.
Oh,
the name
Frank
of the
and
doctor.
something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Frank and Randolph, but the doctor.
Oh, I can find it. Right, keep everybody amused for a while.
Because there's no way that Phineas is signing his actual name. They're on the lam.
Yeah.
And he's very pointedly going to make sure that Cobb's aware that he's signing a pseudonym, as it were. Although he feels like Cobb's used to going under a
Oh yes.
a nom de plume. Nom de plume? Nom de terre? What?
Yeah.
Not nom de terre, that would be a potato. This is my potato name, nom de terre.
It's a name of mud.
I'll be signing my name as Randolph Frank, the combination of the two orderlies.
There we go.
Oh, I found me a bit of paper I need, I think. No, maybe. Yeah, hang on. Oh, I've definitely got it there. I got so many D&D notes and Cthulhu notes. No, I've not got it. Okay, never mind. Oh, yeah. We've done that seamlessly.
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, he'll sign the name Alistair Corbett.
There we go.
Cool. He hands you a couple of keys and he says, now, gents, I mean, if you're for the price of the room, we can throw in a meal for tonight. Now, it ain't going to be anything to write home about, but it'll be warm and filling, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Now, I've already said, gentlemen, I don't wish to cast aspersions, but are either of you drinking men?
I believe I've been known to have a tipple in my time.
And I believe, given recent events, I may take up the hobby.
I mean, I can hear that you are both from abroad, so I don't mind as long as you don't let anybody else know. We have a very private and secure supply here, and there will be a bottle of local stuff available, which we can bring to your rooms with the stew that we make up, if that's okay, if that's something you wish, or we can just give you water.
I'll go with the ablutions, I think.
Absolutely. When in Rome.
Very good, gentlemen. Well, there you go. Your rooms are out there. Room 1 and 2, or you've paid for both. You don't have to use both. It's entirely up to you. I am going to look the other way, gentlemen, and you can feel free to go off and do whatever it is that two gentlemen on the road together feel the need to do.
Is there anything useful that I can sleight of hand off at his desk? Just in case, like a skeleton, key that he might use for accessing general areas, or a checkbook that might be on there. Obviously, I am a man of dubious intent, so anything that would further my own.
Give me a luck roll to decide, so we can see what's on there.
Okay, so it's just a D100.
Yeah.
Against your current luck score. So.
Oh, 40 against 41. Yay!
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's a variety of stuff that there's a cash box on there, which you saw him put the $5 in. What else is there? There is the keys are on the back wall. He might have keys on his belt, but you'd have to lean over to get that. What else is there? There's a screwdriver lying on there. He's obviously been doing some sort of fixing up. Yeah, and that's about it. Other than the guest book.
I'm the clever man in this situation. I'm not going to take the big cash box. It's too bulky. The keys are going to be too much of a reach. I'll take the screwdriver. And I'll
Awesome.
use a sleight of hand to do that.
Excellent. I'm sure it's all going to work out perfectly.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Does Phineas see
wow. So he's rolled a 12 against what's his sleight of
30
hand?
was my sleight of hand.
Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, you easily palm this screwdriver. It will be a melee weapon that will do. I think the base is default. We'll do D6 damage.
D6. Perfect.
Does Phineas notice this?
And not with that sleight of hand score, unless you're wanting to do a spot hidden yourself. But
I don't feel Phineas has a need to sort of actively try and sort of look. So yeah, it's just the idea that Phineas has an entire like tool satchel on his face.
Just pinched a screwdriver.
Yeah, and you're just half-inching screwdrivers. It's like, I've got 4.
I think, yeah. Out of character, I'm hedging bets sort of based on the fact that I know my character will have been locked up quite a few times, so having something to
just a shiv of any description,
or just a way to dismantle it or lock picking is useful, I think. So, but a melee weapon as well.
Absolutely.
As you are just about to, you've picked up your keys, you've picked up your screwdriver. As you're just about to turn around and go out, the door opens and in walks a gentleman in. It's a crumpled suit. It looks like he's been in it a few days, and he comes in and he says, Gilbert, listen. I know I've asked before, but are you sure you can't remember anything else about Betsy? And Gilbert sort of looks around and sort of sees you two and then quickly snaps back to this gentleman and he's like, Mr. Tolson, I assure you, your wife, Betsy, she did indeed stay here, as you can see from the guest book, 14 days ago, and then she went back on the road. Any more than that, I can't help you. It is not our business to go sticking our nose into other people's business. I mean, like these two gentlemen that have decided to drive out here to this motel by themselves. And, you know, it is not for me to question why they wanted one room between the two of them. I have turned the other cheek and sworn never to raise it again with them. So, Mr. Tolson...
Doing great, buddy. Doing great.
I'm afraid I do not know any more about what happened to your wife, Betsy. She came here, she paid for the room, and off she went. And he's like, I'm at my wit's end, though. The trail ends here. Are you sure? Is there anybody else in the area? And he's like, no, sir. We are the only place for quite a way. You know, you gotta head some before you get to Ross's Corner. You know, that's a good 70 miles away. You should go down and he's going, damn it, I've been down there. I've already tried and she ain't there. This is where the trail ends. Right. I'm off to walk around the lake then. And he storms out.
Did we catch a name?
He was called Mr. Tolson. His
Mr.
wife,
Tolson.
Betsy.
Betsy.
Wife is called Betsy.
We'll lead into Phineas Fogg here and say something's aloof.
The only thing I wish to discover at the moment is aloof-far.
I see what you did there.
Phineas is very much done with today and ready to just turn in.
Oh yeah, let's retire to our rooms. But one quick question: the room windows, are they facing out towards the lake, so we might be able to see where this fella is gone?
No, he said that they were roadside.
You've got
rooms.
roadside views. The rooms on the back side of yours would face out to the lake. You could each give me a history roll if you like.
Oh, okay.
Sure, why not?
Are you both rolling on a 5% by any chance?
Yeah.
Phineas definitely is.
Oh, 90.
I don't remember yesterday. Which, given the events of yesterday, is probably for the best.
World War
So,
what?
yeah. Neither of you got below the basic 5%. So, no, you don't remember what room Mr. Tolson's currently staying in. You could have gleaned from the book. So, who's room number 1? Who's room number 2? I'll let you in on a secret. Doesn't really matter.
I was going to say, it's much of a muchness. So.
Yep. I'll go number 2.
Phineas hands one of the keys to Cobb, puts the key in the door, tries it, sort of dejectedly walks back over to Cobb, swaps the keys, walks back, enters the room.
Excellent. So it's probably getting on for 3 o'clock now. You guys are in your room. You can do, if you want to do anything out of the ordinary, you can, or if you just want to clean, rest up, wait until your meal arrives, it's entirely up to you guys. Is there anything else you want to do other than that?
I feel Phineas is very much just going to take care of general ablutions, get himself clean. He's going to just perform some basic sort of checks on his cane rifle, make sure that's all still in working order. Did we know what time food was coming?
You would imagine about 4 or 5 o'clock.
There we are. So once he's done that, that wouldn't take longer than sort of half hour or so. He's just going to wander to next door, rap on the door.
Okay. Whilst in the interim time where Phineas is doing that, before Phineas raps, are you rapping on my door? Yep.
Yes, yeah.
Yep. So what I've done is I've gone in there. I've had a very quick shower just to get the vinegar smell off. I think that's a good idea. Then I've gone into the cupboard. I found a Bible. I've also ripped some wallpaper off the wall to try and make my own Bible that I might be able to sell people for a profit. And I'm going to call it the Randolphian Bible of St. Frank.
Are you going to you're going to sell it for a profit with a PH?
Yes, with a PH. Basically, I am on the bones of my arse, so I am undertaking any sort of quick con way of trying to get somebody out of some way and make sure I've got means for the road. So prepping things like this that I can reel suckers in is exactly what I'd be doing in a hotel room like this. So the Bible's number 1, and any other, if there's any paintings on the wall where I could forge something on the back and make it seem like it's a painting by somebody relatively famous, then I'll also try and do that as well.
Yep, you can do that. That's no problem.
Perfect.
Cool. And then there's a knock upon your door.
Massive free.
I'll go and answer the door, which is like all these paintings stacked together.
A lakeside vista answers the door. Cop?
Don't ask. Merchandise. That's what we'll call it.
Very well.
Merch the merch.
I was just wondering if I was a little brash with you earlier. You were right. There's something not entirely, up and up with the conversation earlier. I feel we'll have our meal and then perhaps take a jaunt along the lake, see if we can discover where Mr. Tolstoy... I knew you said Mr. Tolstoy then.
Mr. Tolson.
Mr. Tolson got to.
Yes, I think there's definitely something in it. Whilst we're here, past the time, and also it did seem to be rather het up about the whole thing. Well, thank you very much there. Amanda's just bought me a cup of tea. She's not
amazing.
a ghost. But yes, I completely agree. And don't worry about how you were. I mean, we were both you were covered in oil. I was stinking of vinegar, and
Yes.
well, we've seen better days, old boy. We've seen better days.
Absolutely. Almost makes me miss Blighty. But
Miss
yes,
Blighty.
we'll get some food in us and then head out after. What say you,
Cool.
Yes,
Captain?
There is another knock at your door.
perfect. I'll have drawn up a little table. Have I got 2 chairs in here? Or I can
Yeah.
put it up near the
Yeah,
bed,
yeah,
so
so-
I'll sat on the
well,
bed and Phineas can have the chair.
Yeah. For now, there's one chair available. So you open
Yeah.
the door, and there's Gilbert, and he's going, "Well, I can see you are both here in this one room. I have bought I have bought both portions. Would you like me to go and get you a second chair? Maybe a second set of toiletries for your room? Would you like another towel, maybe, or maybe another couple of towels? There might be a lot to clean up. I don't. It is none of my business. I will not tell a soul.
Phineas eyeballs the bottle of hooch that he's bought with it and just go, maybe just another glass, thank you.
Oh, very well.
Can I
Right.
try fast talking him into thinking we're travelling salesmen at this point?
Yes,
Lads,
you can.
I will go on, man. I'll have a go. We're travelling salesmen, old boy, and it's tiring on the road. So these insinuations should really stop. I mean, obviously, there's nothing wrong with that sort of thing. But you are really getting the wrong idea here. 63 against a fast talk of 75.
Oh, nice high fast start. And he's like, I do apologize. I did not mean anything by it. It was, we get all sorts of folk here, and it's not for me to pass comment. If I have caused any offense, I do sincerely apologize.
No problem there. You're a rather astute fellow, but you do have it wrong this time round. We are just travelling businessmen with indescript things that we're selling. Bibles and paintings.
Don't try and sell him his own Bible.
Oh, yeah. I've already repackaged it. I might do. Can I have a go at selling him his own Bible?
Yeah, of course you can.
Phineas, that was brilliant. I will fast talk because it's blatantly his own Bible.
Yep.
43. Boom.
That he's like the craftsmanship on this one is mighty fine. This will match our rooms perfectly. Is it
Goes with
is
the
it
wallpaper
possible
and
for me
everything.
to
Wallpaper's missing on the wall.
give me a luck roll?
A look roll. Okay. 41 look down to 37. That is good. That is below.
Brilliant. He's going, I mean, these would match the decor of our rooms perfectly. Can I place a bulk order for like 10 of these? I can pay in advance. What is the price?
I will say Randolphian literature is quite hard to come by. Obviously, St. Frank is one of the greater patron saints. I'd probably say about maybe $5 a book.
Okay, I mean, that would be what, $50. That is a bit steep for me at the moment.
We'll call it 40. I like your face.
Okay, that is a done deal. I'll bring the cash if you can provide me with a receipt.
Absolutely, all about board.
I'll bring it with the glass that you've asked for. And Gilbert toddles off, and then he comes back a few minutes later with an extra glass. And 40 bucks.
I will take that.
Cash problem solved.
Yay! Thank you for that. That was a brilliant idea.
So you're writing up a receipt and like taking his address and things like that. We'll mail it to you, yes.
Yeah.
It'll be there by mail order. I've got it all in the stock room. My store assistant will be sending it over to you forthwith. I will send a telegram in the morning. I'm just winking at Phineas at this point, going.
Phineas takes that as we're leaving in the fucking morning. Then got it.
There are
Oh,
2
dear.
bottles of the special hooch that he says he was able to get hold of. He's got, and he points out this is they distill it themselves, but on the quiet. Please don't let tell. I can see you are discerning gentlemen. Like I say, from abroad, so maybe the rules don't apply to you as much as they do to people born here. But this is a little something. Me and my brother, we knock up and we produce very small batches of it. But here you go. We call it the Old Scar, and he hands over these 2 bottles for you.
Old Scar.
Phineas sort of takes it, holds it to the light.
We're both appraising, aren't we?
Yeah.
At this point,
Mm.
does appraise work for this? I'm going to appraise it.
I mean, if you're appraising it, you will know the value, the resale value of it.
Very small batches, 1 bathtub at a time.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. So appraising is the value, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd just drink it. If I'm role playing it right, I'd just drink it.
You eat the stew, you drink the drink. I mean, there's a bit of afterburn on it, but you've certainly tasted worse. It's probably mid-range for a backcountry distillery. This is half decent. With a bit of a coppery tang at the end as well. All good.
That would be the lime scale.
From the bath, yeah. Are you both just necking it? Yeah.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You eat. You feel full. You feel really, actually, quite pleasant. Can you each roll me 1d6?
There it is.
There it is. I knew there was the
Of
clicker.
course, there's a hook to it.
5.
3.
That's how many hit points you get back.
Oh, get back! Oh, marvelous!
You feel
marvelous.
fully invigorated and just that's really nice. It was the good meal and the decent drink.
That really hit the lamppost.
Yes.
Kind of like our car earlier.
Cool. It's getting on for 5 o'clock now. We're probably closer to 5:30. Did you guys want to go out and look for Mr. Tolson? You're going to go and walk around the lake, or
Yeah.
I think we're gonna take a meander there.
Yes.
Okay, so you walk round the buildings to where the lake view rooms are, and you notice there's a wooden walkway built around the side of the lake, and it goes off down to. Hang on, north is where the rooms look out over the lake. So down to the east, down the east side of the lake, there's this meandering wooden walkway going all the way around, and you can head off down there. And sure enough, as you get probably about 150 meters along this track, the lake's really pleasant, dark forest all the way around the other shores, but this shore's okay. There's like a small, almost beach where there's a couple of canoes tied up, and that's where the wooden walkway starts to peter out. And coming up from some bushes on the other side, because the forest is starting at that point, there's Mr. Tolson, walking. He's looking like he's quite out of breath. He's had to go and walk off some anger and some frustration, and he sees you two come in, and he's like, "Evening, gentlemen. Be careful if you're walking in the woods. The paths peter off a bit. It's very easy to get lost. But I'd say just make sure you keep the lake on one side of you, and you'll be okay. You'll be able to pick your way through. I've been all the way around. I'm feeling a bit better. Fresh air does you good. I'm off to my room now. Good evening to you, gentlemen."
Glad to hear it, good fellow. Should the spat earlier spot a bother, or?
It's family business. I'm looking for my wife, and I'm just frustrated. She about 2 weeks ago she disappeared, and trail ends here. Goes cold. I don't really know what I'm going to do.
suppose if one was to share information with other people, you might have a better chance of spreading yourself out. You see, you're just talking to one man in that motel, and well, there's the two of us. We might be able to help you formulate your ideas a bit more about what might have happened.
Oh, I mean that's probably a wise advice. I've just not met anybody else that's taken any sort of interest, and like I say, this is the first place the trailer's gone cold. And quite frankly, I'm at my wit's end. I'll take any help that's going. But thank you kindly. Would you like to come back to the room and we can discuss this properly? Or
Can't wait
or
for him
out
to
here?
come. Can't wait for the front guy to come round and see 3 people in a room.
I think we could take a drink in your room, formulate a bit of a plan. I mean, we're leaving in the morning, but if you was to stick around, I might be able to give you some hints. We could help you formulate a plan of where you could go next, or what kind of leads you could potentially follow. I'm no detective, but I've watched my fair share of silent movies, I suppose, at this era in time.
There were some talkies. Talkies were just coming out.
I've seen a few talkies.
If the
about,
Randolphian Bible has taught me anything, it's that you never leave a man in need.
Yeah,
exactly. He takes you back to his room, which sounds a lot more sinister than it should. He is in
Patron
room 6.
saint of rebirth, as the Randolphian prophet often says, there is one born every minute.
I love this.
He is in room 6, which is a lake view one. As you go into his room, you can look down the other end of the T. So across the top of the T, you've got the reception, which is on the side you guys joined. On the lake side, you can see what looks to be the front of a workshop, and it has sort of a ramp, and then that also, as if they can get vehicles in there. There's a couple of big wooden doors, like barn doors almost on that bit, and then this wooden walkway running around the lake on this side. Takes you into his room. It's room 6, and he sits down and he's awkwardly fiddling with stuff, and he's like, "Well, gentlemen, I don't quite know what to say. You've probably picked it up. My wife Betsy. I'm Gordon, by the way, Gordon Tolson. Look, it's fair to say me and Betsy weren't getting on the best, and she'd got some funny ideas in her head, and she'd wanted to go off. And look, she even mentioned divorce, and it was just the strain of life and the depression that's going on. And well, she took off, and I need to get her back. I need to win her back and show her that she's my everything, which she is. It probably wasn't until she actually left that I realized that, and I'm deeply sorry for that. But I managed to find a few places she had gone, and find out where she'd been, and like I say, this is the last proper lead I had. She was definitely here. She signed in at the guest book, and I've searched the local towns, and I can't see where she went from here. It's the trail ends. I am at my wit's end. I don't know what it. I feel bad. We parted ways on an argument on crosswords, and that isn't right. I want her back.
Does this place hold any sort of significance to you? Was it sort of a getaway or anything like that? And
none at
meanwhile,
all.
Phineas is sort of looking around the room for any sort of sign of, like Betty, like a photograph or anything that he could get a description.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Spot hidden? Oh, come along. I will spend 1 point of luck to bring that down to 50 I bloody need.
So you had a 50-50 chance, and you were 1% over.
Yep.
On the cabinet by the bed, there is a photo of it. It's quite clearly Gordon Tolson and a woman. I mean, as you're talking, you can pick it up. he'll say, yeah, there she is. There's my Betsy. And because you passed the spot hidden, you can see there's a photo of a young woman stood next to a slightly younger looking Gordon. What looks, I guess the thing that stands out more than anything, because it's sort of unusual and you would know this, she's wearing an Ankh necklace. So an Ankh sign on a necklace. So it's a very distinctive necklace for this time period, as it were. It's, you know,
The hipsters
not too
haven't
many
adopted
goth
this yet.
chicks.
Yeah.
But they're both smiling in the photo. They look quite happy, and you know,
There's
think
not
it's
a
useful, yeah.
religion role, is there? No. I know nothing of the occult.
Yeah, I'm same.
Could I make an education roll to see if I know, like, the significance of the Ankh and...
Okay, because it's a long shot, you can do that, but there'll be a penalty dice on this one.
Okay, so roll the 10s twice and take the higher, correct?
Yeah, take the worst score.
Okay, so that's a 32 or a...
Or a
a
92.
92.
So in this case, you have to take the worst, so 92.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
I
you're
haven't
aware.
rolled lower than a 50 this entire session.
You know enough that it's a vaguely Egyptian, so because there's been lots of Curse of the Mummy silent movies and everything. You remember it from that sort of thing, and in the newspapers they've been digging up tombs and everything. You've seen that. So you're a vague association with Egyptian history. That's sort of all you know about it.
Yeah. Your wife Betty, was she much of a one for foreign studies?
Well, I can see. Yeah, that necklace. That was a family heirloom that she'd had handed down from her great grandmother, I believe it was. And you know, she loved that thing. It was. I don't. She didn't seem to put much faith in that. She didn't want to wear a Christian cross. Look, it's probably part of the appeal that first drew me to her. She was, you know, she had this lovely necklace that she adored when she was a teenager. Oh man, she said the rumor lied. She did when she came. Not she wasn't a pyromaniac. I mean just her presence and the
No
joy.
wonder she didn't wear a cross. She wasn't part of the Randolphian Church, obviously.
My pharaoh lady.
I can't give inspiration in this game. You're wasting it. He says, yeah, you know, that was such an important family heirloom for her. You know, she wouldn't go anywhere without it. So, yeah. It's helped me in my search because it stands out. You know, I'm able to show the photo around, and people remember the necklace more than they remember her. But you know, we are older than we were, so you know, maybe folks don't give her the look that, you know, I should have been given her all along. She was my everything. I just want her back.
You said she got some strange ideas in her head before she went missing.
It was relationship stuff. You know, I wasn't paying her enough attention. You know, and I hold my hand up. You know, I just wanted to provide a life for her, and you know, I worked hard, but you know, like a lot of people, I've lost my job. You know, I probably wasn't the best of husbands to her, and you know, I left her alone to her own devices, and one day we just had the big bust up, and she said it wasn't enough was enough, and she's gone. I need to get her back.
Should we establish a timeline here? So when was it that you last actually saw her, and how did you know that she came here last?
Well, it was about 3 weeks ago that I last saw her, and you know, look, I wasn't the quickest off the mark. It was about 3 days before I decided something was off. She'd been gone an awfully long time. I went and contacted friends of hers, and sure enough, she'd passed by some of them, and you know, she one of them helped to get a bus out to out to a town 100 miles away. That was that was Arbor's Crossing. That was, and I went there, and they remembered her passing through. She'd got off the bus. That was the last stop, and then she'd managed to get a ride with some locals that were coming out this way, and they'd said she wanted dropping off at the motel because she was taken by the lake. She liked the look of the lake, and must have reminded her of something. And anyway, she came here, and I've not been able to find anything since.
Do you remember that chap that I accidentally sat on when we came in, Phineas? Maybe
all too well, Cobb.
Maybe that bell just struck me.
Rings a bell.
It rings a bell. It does. But if the proprietor, whether it's through crass ineptitude or that he's hiding something, isn't willing to talk, maybe the one with the bell is, and despite the fact that he might not be able to verbalize his communication, we might be able to ask him a series of questions by which he could ding yes once and ding twice for no. Somebody of that age might have. I mean, he's there all the time. He should have seen her checking out, and I do believe that the proprietor, what was his name? It was a certain Gilbert, I believe. Gilbert did seem quite dismissive of this man. Now maybe if you was to stay here, sir, and allow me and Phineas to maybe talk to this old boy, see if we can find out if he saw her leaving the hotel, or if he even saw her heading out to the lake. I mean, it could be ruffians out of the countryside.
Why? Yes. I mean, I have not thought to. I've only conversed with Gilbert. I have not thought of that. By all means, gentlemen, I am at my wit's end. I will take any help that is proffered. Please feel free.
There seems to be one loose end we haven't uncovered yet. Might yield some information. Might be as futile as the Borg in a series that I've not yet come to know. Sorry, matter.
Well, I say that must be some kind of European play that is doing the rounds.
The old folk tale of the Trek of Stars.
Probably one of those fancy French things. That is not my cultural cup of tea, as it were.
Yeah. So back to the reception room.
I think so. I think that is a fairly good lead. Otherwise, it's either that or waltzing around the lake. At what time is it now? It's got to be at least gone 8 or 9 o'clock.
Yes, it's definitely twilight getting into darkness.
Perfect.
Yep.
If Gilbert is there and we don't feel like his relative would talk whilst he's there, I could always talk to Gilbert and get him distracted whilst you do the talking to the man with the bell, or vice versa, whichever you wish for Phineas. I'm quite astute at either of these kinds of things.
Well, I was going to attempt to have a quick gander at the guest book to just see whether she signed out. Looking at the back of the photograph.
Yeah.
And this might be a little bit meta, but men generally don't write times and dates and locations on the back of photographs. That's for the time. That seems more of a woman sort of thing. So could I just make a mental note of the handwriting? If there is such a note on the back of the photograph.
Yeah, there will be. You know, it's probably about 8 years ago. The date on it. Okay, I will probably. Yeah, you'll probably either need a lock roll or some other kind of roll to recall that the matching hand, if you're not taking the photo itself.
I mean, I could turn to Gordon and be like, could I keep hold of this just for the time being? I will return it post haste. Absolutely.
I mean, that is my most treasured possession currently. I would love to take you at your word, sir, but I mean, that does make me kind of nervous. I appreciate the help. Maybe I should come with you. Would that be amenable?
How
No,
about
absolutely.
just take Gordon with us, because
Yeah.
I think that'd probably be a good idea. Basically, I could do a
Scapegoat Gordon.
I could do a distraction. I'm not quite as astute at the whole mechanical repair as you, my friend, but I do have enough of an ability in it to be able to potentially break something and then look like I'm trying to fix it with the very screwdriver I stole earlier, gaining Gilbert to come over, and that will give you a perfect opportunity to glean from the book. And we'll do a distraction technique. There's got to be something that's in that front room.
If Gilbert's not there though, don't alert
Oh,
him to our
no.
presence.
No, I won't. It's only if
Just
he's
walk
there.
in, bitch slap of ass.
Ah.
Cool.
It's only if he's there, like if
Lap
he's there.
dance the geriatric again.
Yeah.
You guys head round to reception, and the wheelchair with the bag of rags and the bell is certainly there. Gilbert is not there. The doors are closed behind the counter.
So yeah, Phineas is going to walk up to the guest book, which I presume is still on the counter, correct?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Could I make a library use roll to try and find the?
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
So, library use is good. It's like a special one. A failure doesn't mean you fail to find it. It just means it takes a long time. Like, you're probably getting distracted by some of the names. So you're looking there and you're going, Johnny Gret. That's a stupid name. And then you're like, what's the other one? Jenny Taylor. Oh, that's like genitalia. Oh, Jenny Taylor. Oh, mate, I bet she really. I bet she wish she was called something else. Yeah, and you go, Joey Essex. Wow, that's a stupid name.
Richard Head.
Yes. Yeah. So it's going to take you a little while to eventually find what you're after. So I would need a group luck roll. So whoever has the lowest luck, please give me the luck roll.
Phineas currently has 29.
41.
Cool. Haven't rolled lower than a 50 yet. Now would be the time. Nope.
Ooh, he's got a 62. Okay. So eventually you hear Gilbert moving around, but it doesn't sound like he's in the rooms directly. It sounds almost like he's further around in the workshop, and you can hear a bit of clattering, and he's like, you hear him going, well, I hope you're ready to turn in, Phil, but I'm coming to wheel you in. We're gonna lock up. We won't be getting any more tonight. So you get yourself ready. He's shouting, and then you can hear lots of clattering going on behind the walls.
Okay, we need a distraction. I believe we need a distraction here for right. I'm quick thinking. I'm going to push Philbert onto the floor. I'm going to lift up the
When you said I can break something, I didn't think you meant the pensioner.
I've got to think quickly. I'm guessing we both heard this, so I'm just doing the thing that I think. Gordon, get on the floor and make out that he's fallen out of his chair, and just follow my lead. Follow my lead.
Okay, so I like the plan. There's a couple of things that are going to happen first, or during that. So you go and grab the bags and you drag poor defenseless Philbert.
I'm lifting him up.
Okay, you lifted him up. Okay.
Tipping him out.
Dumping a wheelbarrow out.
Yeah, just tipping him out the chair.
Make me. Let me see.
This is so wrong.
I thought it was wrong when you gave him a lap dance, and now you're just manhandling him.
Make me a Constitution roll, please.
Oh, is that D100?
Yeah.
13.
Oh,
I'm guessing
throw
your
him out the
con is
damn
much higher than
reception.
13.
Yeah, no, I've got 45 Constitution, so
Brilliant. So a 13 easily does that. So he's fairly easy to pick up, but there's this really overpowering stench emanating from him, and it's not a smell you would expect. It's not a smell you've encountered before. So it's not like a
It's not just old
sewage
person smell.
or
old person
it's
or
not
soiled
body
trousers.
odor.
Yeah.
It's something else entirely. And then so you pick him up and then you go to. Are you placing him on the floor or are you throwing
Tipping him up. Tipping him up.
Tipping him up.
They're literally
Brilliant.
just lifting it and then so he just flops forward. Hoping
Okay.
that he thinks he's fallen out of the chair as well. That's
Let me just double check. I need to find. Zoom this one.
I just want to make it clear, I book a lot of disabled acts for my comedy nights. If any of them end up watching this, they are going to rip the shit out of me. Next time I've got them on stage.
Phineas is having a really bad time.
Oh!
I'm gonna tag a load of them in
No.
Right, can you make me a strength roll, please? And this one's going to be an opposed.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's rolling against you.
He's trying to stay in the chair.
It's the level of success that we're looking at. So he got a normal success.
Okay, I got 51, which is I've only got a strength of 40.
So you've got a failure. So you go to throw him, and for some reason his hands grip onto you, and they start squeezing your forearms, and it's like an iron grip. And it's just these hands coming out of this bundle of rags, and there's this horrible stench, and he's squeezing your arms, and he's not letting go.
Oh, this is not normal. Phineas, he's stronger than he looks.
Pretend he grabbed you.
He's grabbed me.
Oh.
All I said was that the Confederates of the South had no chance of beating the Union, and he suddenly got very angry and grabbed my forearms.
Phineas... Is Phineas at least in the right dates yet? Like the time period?
Yeah, you think maybe you're getting to 2 weeks ago, but you're now getting further distracted. I mean, it was a bad roll.
Yeah. I'm debating whether I just flip 5 pages, tear them out, and then...
Okay. Well, Tobias Cobb, can you make... So, he's about to make a fighting brawl roll against you. You feel it... And it's because he's squeezing so hard, it's gone beyond uncomfortable and it's going into the realms of possible damage. So you've got a choice. You can make a dodge roll to try and release yourself from his grip, or you can just determine to punch him back and try and punch your way out of this bundle of rags. What do you wish to do?
So, fight brawling versus dodge. I'm going with dodge. I think I've got a better chance with dodge.
The good news is he's rolled a failure.
I'm dodging, and I've rolled a success 36 on. Oh no! Wait a sec. Oh, I'm going to use 4 luck.
You can't use luck in a combat situation.
Can you not? Oh,
no.
I've got 32 dodge, and I've just rolled 36. So technically, that's
your failure is a lot better.
Because it was a dodge, does that mean
inflict? Sorry?
Because it's a dodge, does that mean like on a tie it doesn't damage or?
Yeah. So the guy will have needed to at least roll a success to do any damage. So you're flailing and his grip's squeezing, but he hasn't done any damage yet. And you're shaking these rags, and they're starting to fall loose a bit.
What's Gordon doing during all of this? Gordon,
he's looking utterly confused, and he's clutching the photo of his wife and going, But, gentlemen, what this has escalated a lot quicker than I would have expected.
Gordon, there's something wrong with this man. Grab his legs, for God's sakes.
Phineas is gonna flip through like 6 or 7 pages previous to the 2 weeks,
Yeah.
tear them out, pocket them, and go,
Yeah.
"Good God, man, let my friend go." A sufficient volume.
Cool. It is at that point that Gilbert comes into the room. He's going, "Now, Filbert, let's get." And he's going, What is going on here, gentlemen? I mean, I thought you gentlemen assured me you were salesmen and you had no funny business. Please put my brother down."
Your brother has my friend.
Yeah, he grabbed hold of me. I believe he's possessed. In fact, if we go back to the Randolphian Church of definition of possessed, then grabbing hold of a man's arms and revealing themselves to have the stench of what could only be described as a sulfuric devil would put him in the realms of being possessed. The power of Randolphian compels you. Can I do a fast talk to convince him his brother might be possessed? Or is that overstepping the mark? I suppose I'm in a combat situation, aren't I? So
yeah, I'll let you do it. It will lessen his bad reaction, but you're going to get a penalty dice to it.
Okay, I'll do penalty dice. Let's see how I go. So I roll a D100.
Yeah.
So that's 43, and then I roll a 10, and it's the worst of the two.
Yes. 43 or 43?
43. That is way below my fast talk, so maybe it's lessened his bad reaction.
Is it a normal success or is it a hard success? Is it less than half?
It is...
I don't think it's less than half, is
above, yeah. I've got 75 fast talk, so 37 would have been the threshold for a really
okay. So it's a normal success. So he's having a few seconds to try and piece together, and you're spewing this religious bullshit, and he's like, well, just put him back in his chair, damn it. He'll let go of you. He can't come out of his wheelchair. He will grab on to whatever, like a baby's natural instinct when it is very young. It will get on there, will have a grip of iron. Just put him down, man. Put him down in the chair.
Okay, I'll put him down back in the chair. Hands up like this.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Is that both of us or just me?
Just you, because you're there putting him back in the chair.
Why did I not put any points in spot hidden? It's obviously a really important one.
It's like the biggest skill in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, and I got an 80, so it's my 25 spot hidden.
In this case, it's probably fortunate. As his arm then starts ringing the bell incessantly. Ding, 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 ding. And he's like, okay, Phil, but I am coming. We'll get you put away and squared up. Gentlemen, please, let me see to my brother. I'm unsure what you folks are doing here.
We were coming to inquire about more of the old scar, but given the circumstance, I think we'll just retire for the evening.
I think we've embarrassed ourselves enough. I do apologize.
I think quite probably you have. Mr. Tolson, I'll bid you good night. And he goes and starts wheeling his brother away. What would you like to do now? You find, when he's gone, I presume you're going to start looking through the papers. You do indeed find Betsy Tolson's name and the signature for when she allegedly left. It's a close approximation, but it is not her exact handwriting.
Just as I suspected. Cobb, we have a forger amongst our midst. Cobb looks immediately very guilty and then goes, "Oh, not me."
Oh, not me.
Like a sense of pride, and then, oh yes, another one.
Yes.
What?
I dare say we should probably listen to. I'd like to listen in on these two brothers without them knowing that I'm listening in, because something is not right here.
Mr. Tolson, I do believe you would recognize your wife's handwriting. If you would care to garner this information, I'm terribly sorry. I know our methods are somewhat untoward. This how we Brits do things. However, as you can see, you cannot argue the results. These is not your wife's hand.
So where is this conversation taking place? I just want to stop. You're not still in the reception, are you?
I think
Or-
no. Phineas's
No,
room
we'll
is
be
closest to the
Yeah.
reception, right?
Yeah.
Being room 1.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay, cool.
he'd have taken them
he looks
into
in
his room.
and he says, "Oh, well, now that you mentioned, yeah, you're right. I mean, I didn't think that. I saw her name. I was just relieved to see her name and it was written. I only gave it a cursory glance, and the gentleman assured me that she had left. What could possibly have happened to her?
Well, your wife doesn't drive. She came here through the charity of others and a bus. So it's a strong possibility that she's not left.
Where could she be?
They forged the signature of the signing out aspect of that book would suggest to me that they know where she is.
This is shocking. I mean, let's go and hammer on their door now. Let's go and find out. I want answers. And he starts to go to leave.
As much as it may surprise you, given the recent altercation, we may want to be more subtle than that at this avenue.
Stealth would be our friend. Phineas here has a very good point.
That boathouse out on the lake.
Well, there's a collection of boats. It's not so much a boathouse, unfortunately.
Oh, what was the Sorry, out of character. What was the
Yeah.
building with the 2 double doors?
Oh, that's on the back of the reception.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think what we need to do is spend a little bit of time listening in to these chaps.
Reconnoiter.
Yes, raconteur. I do believe going in there and hiding in something, maybe listening to conversations between the two of them, might discern the location of her without us even needing to confront them at this particular point. I think it would be in our best interest to find Betsy first and then confront the brothers if she is still here. And trust me, in my time working in various capacities, I know that people do tend to spill their guts quite easily when they don't think they're being listened to.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see what we can find out. Okay, let's go listen at the window now. And again, he goes to charge.
Is there any barrels around and about?
Not that you've seen. Maybe in like the workshopy place,
or a crate that would fit 10 Bibles, but could also fit a small man too.
How small is this man, or how large are these Bibles?
How small is Gordon? How is he a short man?
He's quite a big stocky guy.
Big stocky guy.
You can make me a group luck roll, which will be whoever's got the lowest luck makes the roll.
Do it.
That'd be Phineas again. All right. That's a 50 against a 29.
Yeah, you can't find anything suitable, unfortunately.
Okay. I suggest maybe we could do distraction when one of us goes in and one of us distracts. Or
I could certainly. Well, there must be a fuse box around here. I could certainly cut power and give you the cover of darkness, and I imagine Gilbert would certainly come out to investigate.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I could find a hiding place once I'm in there and just keep a good ear out for it.
Just
yes. Do you know
very quickly?
Phineas, do you know Morse code? Would Phineas know Morse code?
Would Phineas know Morse code?
Yeah, I guess you would have yeah, it was really common in those days. You'll have come across it, I'm sure. you probably need a little while to translate it.
Well, if I hide somewhere and you hear Morse code knocking, then on pipes or something like that, then that'll probably be me. And if they're frantic, that probably means I need to.
I've been found.
I've been found out.
Ding 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 ding. Bloody Filbert and his bell. Phineas is very quickly just going to run out to the car park. Is there, like, because it's on a lake, so presumably there's going to be like a sign that says like "You are here" for the walk.
Yeah,
maybe?
there's a sign saying Scar Lake Motel.
Does it sort of depict the area around the lake?
No, it's just like a really bad painting of a lake with a building next to it.
Is there a
like
landmass
modern
on
place.
it, like in the lake?
Sorry?
Is there a landmass painted in the lake?
No, you didn't
There
see
isn't.
an island or anything in the lake.
Okay. So you can see the other side of the lake from like one side
Yeah,
to the
because
other.
you can see the trees. Yeah. It's not Lake Michigan. It is much less impressive.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So,
If you cut
Yep.
the power, I'll sneak in,
okay.
and then I'll find a hiding place, and then you can put the power back up, and then hopefully I can just listen in, and then if I don't know I don't know part B of this plan. I don't know part A.
So yeah, Phineas is going to attempt to find a fuse box.
Yep, that's easy enough to find. It's
And
on the top side of the T, as it were. So it's on that bit.
And then can I attempt an electrical repair roll to pop a fuse? Would it require well, I suppose I could.
No, it would be dead easy to
Yeah.
like pull a fuse out or break one or flick a switch that says on and
So
off.
yeah, Phineas is basically just going to grab some debris, like leaf litter, off the ground, and just wedge it between the terminal and the fuse so that it interrupts.
Okay.
And
There's a little fizz, a spark, and then and everything clunks, and everything goes dark because it is quite late now.
Phineas very much gets the fuck out of Dodge. Like
Cool.
returns to his room.
Brilliant. And you hear Gilbert going, "Well, hot damn it, I did that. Right, Filbert, you stay here. Well, I mean, you're in bed now. It doesn't all right matter. Just don't roll out of bed. I'll put the bell on the side here. You ring it if you need anything. I'm gonna go out and check the box. Someone must have got in. Maybe one of them raccoons got in and started gnawing again. I mean, the good thing is we got some more meat for the stew tomorrow, so that'll be good. Right. Well. Okay. Don't. You're not gonna. I'm off. And off you hear him scuttle. And
He got
leaves
some
the
more
reception
meat
room.
for the stew tomorrow. Okay.
Look, it gave me health back. I don't care at this point. Phineas wasn't privy to this information, so he's fine with it.
Okay. So might do a change of plan, have a look around whilst he's going to fix the fuse box or put the power back on.
Okay.
But I don't know. Would I have a torch at this point?
You would have access to a torch, yeah.
Yep. Let's use the torch very briefly. I'm going to give myself less than 5 minutes to look around with a torch before I turn it off and find a hiding place. I think that's about the amount of time I'd expect him to take to get round, turn the power back on, and come back in.
Okay, so where you're going into the reception?
Behind
you're putting the torch on there.
Yeah, putting the torch on in the reception, going through, having a look in the room behind the reception, so where he came out of, seeing if I can see anything that would tell me if they're hiding something in a particular place or, usual stuff.
Brilliant. So you go into that room. Make me a stealth roll.
Okay. Stealth. Oh, 6. Yeah, I've got a stealth of 20, so that'll do.
Smashed it. Okay. Yeah, you creep in. You're in there. You turn the torch on, and you go into the room, and that'll be the room that Filbert is lying on the bed in.
Grabby McGrabberson.
The torch beam hits him. He immediately starts to go ting, 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 ting on the bell. But could you give me a sanity roll, please?
Yeah. So what? Do I just roll 100 d100
Yeah.
against
try
my
and get
current
loads.
sanity of 52? Yeah, 18.
Okay. So you will only lose 1 point of sanity then,
Okay, down to 51.
as you see
Acceptable.
Filbert without the blankets on, and he's got this black pustule-ridden skin with tentacles and what look to be leeches emerging from him. His mouth is not a mouth; it's sentient leeches coming from where his mouth would be, and he's busy going ding 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 on the bell.
Okay, search for a gun. This thing needs to die. There's usually a shotgun or something behind a counter at these kinds of places, so I'm going for a shotgun, I think, at this point.
Okay, give me a luck roll to see if you can pivot around and find it.
In the interim, Phineas has heard rapid tapping and is assuming
It's
that Tobias has been caught.
Morse coding.
Yeah, because that was what you told him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Phineas is going to go herring into reception, like glancing
Yep.
around.
And your night vision is immediately put out by this torch being shone in your face, as he was looking for something, but I'm guessing a 72 isn't a pass on the luck roll.
No.
And you're like, ah, and then it's like the torch goes down, and that's all the time you get, as then the lights come back on, and Gilbert is making his way. Go, I'm coming, Filbert. I'm coming. What is going off? It's got you in such a panic. And the bell's still going ting 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 ting.
So Phineas, seeing the lights come back on, is like immediately blinded by the torch, sort of turns away from it and tries to readjust his night vision. The lights all go back on it. God! He's gonna walk out at the door of reception to try and sort of intercept Gilbert on his way back.
Okay, cool.
And everything okay? I was just reading in my room, and the whole damn place went dark.
It was just a fuse box, probably a raccoon. I'm still looking for the body. Don't you worry, it'll cook up mighty fine. I gotta go see my brother. Ding 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 ding. It's still going off.
Screwdriver. That's all I've got. I've not got
Giving you a chance to leave, damn it!
Oh, right.
It's fine, you do you, but yeah.
I've seen
Actually,
I've seen a horror like this would probably drive my character to dispense with it.
Absolutely, you do you, buddy.
It's like knowing a spider's in a room and being like seeing it. I know it exists. I know it needs
Can I just
to be
say
got
I'm in a
rid of.
very appropriate top.
Yeah.
It just dawned on me.
Yeah, I'll do screwdriver violence to Filbert because
Well,
he's
actually, the
scary.
lights come on, so you can give me another spot hidden if you want to see if they've got
yeah,
some at stash.
I'd prefer a shotgun, but I'm not going to get one with 86 on the spot hidden roll.
Oh man, I would have happily given you a shotgun as well multiple times, but
I
not with
know.
that luck roll.
No.
So yeah, screwdriver to the head.
Screwdriver violence.
Screwdriver it is.
So you're gonna run over to him and stab him, or
Yeah, let's go for the brain.
Okay.
Just seems like the right thing to do, I think, in this situation.
give me a
Phillips headshot.
Give me a fighting ball. He's going to oppose you with a fighting ball as
I
well.
imagine he will want to. So, brawl. Oh no! I'm getting Phineas's rolls now. I'm getting PJ's rolls.
The good news is he failed as well.
Yeah.
So you've like gone to stab him, and he isn't completely immobile. He's shifted out of the way, and then he's sort of swung at you. and it sort of, you've stabbed a pillow, and he's at least stopped tapping the bell. But Gilbert is like, I gotta go to my brother, and he's pushing past you, Phineas. So, did you want to do anything?
Yeah. Hang on. You said he would cook up well. You put raccoon in the stew? Good sir, that's unsanitary. It's unheard of.
Well, what would be insanity about it? It's just meat, man. It's bush meat. That's what it is. We eat all sorts around here. I said, I got to go to my brother now. Excuse me, please. And I would suggest you go back to yours or your good friend's room. It's none of my business.
Oh God. Finish. No, I won't hear a word of it. That's there's basic hygiene and things in food. I demand a refund.
He's just gonna aim to barge past you now, so you can give me an opposed strength roll if you want to try and hold him
Yeah.
up. I mean, I got a 90, you got a 95.
Very much just sort of.
You just sort of bump into each other, but you're circling, so he will get one more strength roll to try and get past you. So, but we'll go back to to Tobias. Do you want to keep up the screwdriver attack? I mean, first, actually, what will happen is he will get to attack you because you attacked him, and now he attacks you with fighting balls. So you can either brawl him back, or you can try and dodge out the way.
I'll brawl him back with the aim to stab him either through the eye or some soft part of his head, neck area.
Cool, sir. He's got a. He's got a hard success.
Okay, I've not.
He's only going to do this amount of damage. 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
And make me a dodge roll as well.
Dodge roll. So back down to 9 points and a dodge roll. 26. That is definitely within my dodge range.
Excellent. So what he did is he grabbed hold of you and pulled you towards his mouth leeches, and he was going to try and suck it onto you. But you managed to squirm out of that.
Putting the hick in hickey.
Yeah. It is your go now.
Okay. Stab.
Cool. He's gonna oppose you with a ball.
I am not rolling good. I've not got the ability to do this kind of fighting. This is why I wanted a shotgun. That's a fail.
He got a success, so again he will hit you for 4 damage.
Jesus.
I might see the end of my character.
Give me another dodge roll.
Yep. 39. I'm going to push it with luck.
It's combat.
It's combat. No, 39. I can't.
Okay. He latches on. 32. The leeches latch onto you, and they start sucking your blood. Nothing to worry about at the moment. But Phineas, your dance of awkwardness with Gilbert.
Have I heard the commotion? Like, has Tobias screamed out or anything? Or are you still trying to be stealthy?
I don't know. I guess he might have screamed as he's taking damage now. So
in the horror that I've seen, Phineas, be like, ah, something like that. A guttural, ah.
So yeah, Phineas is gonna head towards the noise then, I guess.
Okay. You run in, and Gilbert is hot on your heels, and you see Tobias. So you will need to make a sanity roll, please.
Oh yes, here we go. Oh, that is a 7 against a 27. That's a hard success.
Cool. You just lose 1 sanity point then, as you see Tobias wrestling on this cot bed with leeches and pustules and
Filbert just
nubbins of
necking
flesh
off
sticking out.
Tobias.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's kissing him with these leeches. And Gilbert comes in and goes, "Well, what are you doing to my brother?" And he runs to behind the counter and pulls out a shotgun from
The
underneath
very
it.
shotgun I've been
The
looking
very
for.
shame.
He doesn't need to look wrong because he knew where it was. And he says, "You pull my brother down. You leave him alone. Back away from him." And he's going in and pointing the shotgun in your direction.
I believe he's attached to me. I can't talk, can I? Because his leeches are all over my face.
Well, he's sort of on here. It was more for
Going,
comical effect.
he's on me, sir.
Okay, so we'll go, "Filbert, put him down, and he'll poke him a bit, and the leeches detach, and he goes, "Now, both of you get out there, get against that wall," and he's pointing his shotgun at you, and he's going, "What the hell is going on here?"
I think you need to tell us what the hell is going on here.
Yes. Was your mother a crustacean? What the bloody hell?
He had an accident when he was younger. Now, don't you pay that no mind. You should go upsetting him. It's going to take ages to calm him down now.
I knew it. Randolphian Church knows when somebody is possessed by the devil's knife, good friend. And
Now, I ain't buying any more what you're shoveling, mister. Now, you both put your hands on the back of your head.
I've still got the screwdriver, haven't I?
Yes, yeah.
Finish screaming. He's falling out of the bed.
Well, that don't matter so much now. Come on, we're off to see Pa. See what Pa's got to say about this.
And
So
this is he's gonna. All right, I suppose he's got us. Let's go. Secrete the screwdriver into the back of my collar,
Brilliant.
so as I can grab it stealthily at a later point.
Give me a quick look roll because the lights are on and he's looking at you and he's threatening you with this loaded shotgun.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
Oh, 4, yeah.
Easy.
That's an easy success.
You can't even find the screwdriver anymore.
You could have dropped it down a sleeve with that,
Yeah.
certainly.
Yeah. I've got that would have worked with sleight of hand as well as luck, to be honest with you.
Oh, we got Chatbox heading off. So okay, thanks for joining us, Chatbox. Cool. So yep, you've palmed it. It's that way, and he's gesturing for you guys to go out the door. He's going, "Come on, off to the lake with you." And he's going to march you in small order. Now, come on then, Phineas. It's your moment of redemption. Give me a luck roll with a bonus die.
I don't think it'll help, but okay.
I don't think it will. A 57 or a 37.
37.
Against
29 is my luck score.
Okay. He is marching you guys out.
I burned so much luck in the sanatorium. I was just.
Listen, it's probably a good job Albert isn't here because I think he had he was well down. I think he was in the tens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. He gestures for you guys to go out and he's marching you at gunpoint out to the wooden path alongside the lake. Are you going quietly or are you going to risk the blast from the shotgun?
I'm going to risk a blast from the shotgun. I'm going to have a go.
Oh, God. Okay.
He's close range. He's got it. I can feel the barrel in my back, I'm guessing. That's how close he is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Every now and again, he shoves it forward to poke you in the back.
So if I move quickly at the right moment, I might be able to get.
You could redirect the barrel towards Phineas. Yes. Just.
So,
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna try and wrestle the. I think I'm gonna stab him with the screwdriver rather than try and wrestle the gun off of him. I've got a feeling that might work better.
Brilliant. So I'm going to need a luck roll to see if you get out the way of the gun barrel, and then depending on the level of success you get on the luck roll will depend on where that blast gets directed.
Okay. That's not good. 77. That's a fail.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Let me look at his stats. How quickly does he react? What's he got in terms of...
So the link in the chat, the Facebook chat, is for rolling up a new character.
I mean, his dexterity is very, very low. Holy crap! He has failed a dexterity check. I mean, he's massively failed it as well. That is how low his dex is. So the shotgun blast goes off. It momentarily deafens and blinds you because you are out in the dark, and there's this huge flash and this loud bang. Phineas, give me a dodge roll.
Nope.
Okay. It has been moved, so we're just going to go with
87 against a 30, I believe. Yep.
You both take 2 points of damage from the very edge of the blast.
Down to 3 points. I like my character, but if he dies, he dies.
And now you can make your fighting brawl. He's going to try and brawl back, but he's going to get a penalty dice because he's struggling to wield the shotgun that's just been blown away and it's discharged. So he will get that.
Oh, 4.
He will get a 65. You've probably got a critical success there, I'm guessing.
Yes, I have.
So you will do maximum damage. So it will be your strength, but your fighting brawl, which is probably a D3. So that'll be a 3.
I've got the screwdriver.
It was the screwdriver, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you still get your fighting brawl damage and the screwdriver.
Oh, that's good. So D3. So I do a D6 and half it.
No, so because you got a critical success with your really low roll, you get the maximum on all the dice. So
that's 9.
Was it D4 for the
I think you said D6 for the screwdriver.
Did I say D6 even better? Okay, yeah, 9. Okay, let me just see. Ooh.
The one roll.
The one roll I needed to do well.
The critical hit when you were at critical health.
So he is Gilbert. He started with that. He's not dead. He's critically wounded though. He's about as healthy as Tobias Cobb, to be honest. So Tobias, what happens when you spin around, knock the shotgun, and drive this screwdriver in? Talk us through exactly what's happened.
Okay, so I grab hold of the shotgun, moves to the side, the blast goes off, gets a bit of Phineas, gets a bit of the side of my face, making me not quite as attractive as my character was rolled in the when I first rolled the character. Although scars are cool, aren't they? And then came up with the screwdriver right up underneath his chin. I'm guessing I missed the brain, but it is probably gone right through the bottom of his skull and has pierced probably the top of his mouth as well. And he's just stuck in there.
And I imagine he's just going "Arr," with like a bit of blood dripping down, but he is still alive. And I am not letting go of this screwdriver.
Brilliant.
I'm still there, just going, ah.
Having heard like and felt the shotgun go off, Phineas is gonna wheel around with his cane rifle and just take a shot. I think.
Excellent.
I
Go
am
for the
holding
shot.
his head in place now.
Yeah, he can't make a dodge roll, so you're okay.
Yeah, that's 33 against a 50.
Excellent. So give us the damage then.
So that is 5 plus 6 points of rifle damage.
Yeah, he. You feel his body go completely slack, and you're holding him up by the screwdriver.
Marionetting him.
Tobias.
That would have been a really fucking cool scene in a film. That would. It's just like,
It is all about the cinematics.
yeah. Oil and vinegar strike again.
You've given him a proper dressing down.
We're certainly seasoned veterans.
You have killed Gilbert.
Gilbert.
The shotgun blast has alerted other people. Other people are emerging from the rooms. You see a young guy. You see a couple of ladies, and another older guy. And they're like, what? There's general like panic and confusion. But what do you wish to do now?
Phineas is just going to Tobias and just be like, shotgun monster.
Shotgun monster, go. Yeah, just ignore the people. Pick up the shotgun. You've got your cane rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we're heading towards reception, Phineas is like reloading his cane rifle.
Yep. He was taking us to somebody. Yeah, we need to kill Filbert and then probably find Gordon. I think is a good tack.
Cool. So go in and make your firearms roll with with the shotgun.
Newly acquired shotgun.
Yep.
I'm gonna push luck. Can I push luck on this?
Not in a combat, no. So the good
Just
news.
Miss. Yeah, just missed. I've got 6
in
firearms.
He is lying on a bed and can't he can dodge like punches and stabs, but a shotgun he wouldn't have been able to dodge it anyway. So you let it off, and it's probably because as you were sighting on him, you remembered the caress of that leech mouth.
Yeah.
And you pulled the shot, and you blow a chunk of plaster and a hole in the wall, and you need to reload the shotgun now because it's only 2 shots. Cool.
Okay.
So, Phineas, are you taking a
Phineas
shot?
is taking a shot as well, absolutely.
You just literally just put this. Destroy it.
Oh!
Go for it.
That is a critical success.
Oh.
Excellent. So, again, it does maximum damage then.
So that would be 7 points of rifle damage.
Okay. So that was 7. Okay. Yep, you blow a hole through him, and he continues to thrash around. Ding, 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 ding. He started ringing that bloody bell again. I'm guessing you're not going right up to him. You can get a point. You can get a point blank bonus if you go right close to him, but it's up to you guys. I don't want to pressure you into doing it.
Don't go point blank with an unloaded shotgun.
No, I will reload and keep my distance.
You're both going to need a round to reload because you're only single shot, aren't you, Phineas?
Yeah,
right?
Phineas's cane rifle is single shot.
Okay, so like nothing happens this round other than...
Would any of the people have followed us into reception?
I mean, they're quite scared. They're not... These aren't brave people. They're not in the habit of running towards gunshots. Gordon's like warily poking his head around the reception doorway, trying to figure out what's going on. A lot of other people seem to be congregating by the vehicles and just sort of cowering behind them.
Gordon and these people are rum too. Just unloading it.
And he's like, well,
Not good people. I believe they possibly have killed Betsy. I mean, I wouldn't be the one who breaks it to you, but I'm not expecting to find her alive anytime soon.
What?
Phineas is like
She's
reloading
dead.
his cane.
She's dead.
Well,
Most likely.
look at the state of this one. Reloading his cane rifle.
Excellent. Go on then. Give me shots at him again.
Oh, that's better. 8
Yeah, nice.
critical success.
Oh,
Brilliant. That'll be maximum damage from that then. Which will
what
be,
was the shotgun's damage roll?
it's 2d6, so that'll be
Oh.
12.
12.
Oh, it is enough to turn him to pulp. Cool.
Just as he's about to fire, Phineas goes, "There's one thing you should know about my friend Tobias. He loves a sucker."
Gordon comes up to you guys because I imagine he's seen entrails splatter everywhere. So he's like, what? My wife? You said they've killed my wife. What are they doing?
I don't know. This one tried to suck my blood, you see. I don't know if you believe in vampires or anything like
And
that.
he looks at it and goes, "Oh, what is it?" And just throws up.
Yeah. Can he see all the leech kind of parts of him, the pustule bits and everything like that?
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
this world, my
We're not making the same mistake we did with Corbett. This time we've got a third witness.
And he's like, but Betsy, where's Betsy? Oh.
Well, this is the point where we should probably look for clues. They did mention someone called Parr that we was being taken over to by Shotgun. I imagine he's probably the head honcho, and if he's the only one left alive, he'll be the one who'll be able to answer our questions, you see.
Okay, yeah, let fine. You gentlemen lead the way. I've got a pistol in my room. Let me just go get that. He runs off to his room.
I think Phineas is going to escort him, just to make sure he doesn't get jumped.
Yep. Good idea. Let's just stay as a trio.
Yeah.
There's, like I say, there's a group of 4 people. There's a like I say, a middle-aged, quite paunchy guy, and he's got his arm around a woman, and they're looking quite panicked. Then there's another woman, quite hysterical, and then there's a much younger guy, sort of college age, and he's like, yeah. So like, do you guys need any help? Yeah. Okay, everyone, stay calm. I've got this. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, what's going down?
Okay, this is when we start probably acting and pretending that I'm a sheriff of some sort, but without my badge. Shall I blag that? Yeah,
you can go
I'll
for
do
it.
it. County Sheriff's Department. We're here investigating some sort of shenanigans going on here, and I'm here with my deputized fellas, just clearing this place out. It looks like they were into something satanic.
What? Okay, officer. It was nothing to do with me. Yeah. Okay. Should I just go and hide in my room, or
Just
should we
keep
get all
those
these folks?
doors. Keep those doors locked, and just make sure you don't come out. That's what my advice would be.
Yes, sir. Straight away, sir. And like they all bolt to their rooms.
Perfect.
Cool. Where to now? And so Gordon goes and gets his pistol. So he's got a 9mm. And he's like, "Oh, okay, guys. So what's the plan?"
Could I retcon something real quick?
Yeah.
Just as we were leaving the reception area, Phineas is going to grab a master key if such a one exists.
Good idea.
There was the set of keys on Gilbert. You can take them.
There we are. So yeah, as we're passing back through the that area, he's just going to grab the ring of keys off.
Yeah. Which would make sense because we know where we'd have been going to. It's a family member who's probably in a loft
You-
house,
Like
or
a private
something.
area or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got
So
the keys.
perfect. Let's go and do this. And which I've managed to talk all of the people that were kind of convince them that I was a deputy sheriff and you guys have been deputized. They just need to go back in their rooms. So we've got no multiple witnesses, which is probably going to help this a little bit. Yeah, let's go. Is there
Where
a
you heading
session
to?
or something on the way in? I just pop on me just to make myself feel a bit more like a deputy.
There is now. Yep, of course there was.
You've got to understand, Gordon. I had to say all of that just to stop all of those lot trying to interfere in what we're doing. You see, they've only got in the way.
I've come to understand you pair are quite unconventional, and I am willing to go along with whatever you suggest at this moment in time. Quite frankly.
Excellent. But so, is this in an outhouse then that he was taking us to, like an outbuilding, or was it inside the reception bit and just in a back room where Pa was?
You don't know. So that because it all happened quite quick, you'd come out and he was steering you just to the wooden path around the back where the lake rooms are. So you don't know whether it was to the lake or to the workshop.
Should we check the workshop first?
Let's check the workshop first. Yeah.
Cool. You go there, two big wooden doors, barn doors, and there's a sturdy lock on there and a chain. You search through the keys and you pop it open, and you open them out, and there's some lights on in there. And what you see, the first thing is there's a workbench with boxes of, so crates of bottles of the booze that they'd given you. And then there's a raised shelving and there's a couple of big barrels. And from these barrels, there's pipes coming down into like a big vat.
Stills.
So like stills, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, you look at it, but these are wooden barrels that it's coming from, and it's just going down into a big pot. And then from that pot, that's clearly where they're filling up the bottles. And there's a slow trickle of liquid coming down into this big vat. And then there's various tools and machinery stuff lying around. There's a couple of crates by the doorways. And that's about it. Do you want to do anything in there?
Any crimson around the place?
Yeah. Any sign of viscera?
Give me a spot hidden.
Nope.
We suck.
We do.
I mean, even with those faded, the setup of this wooden barrel and then going into, that's not, enough to know that's not a distilling process, but this liquid is clearly what they're putting in the bottles and what you've drunk. So,
yeah, probably better left unknown. I don't want to know what I drank earlier, Villiers. I've drank some things in my time, but that is not something I want to try and find the source of.
Tobias, pull yourself together. We're looking for a man's wife.
Yes. Is the workshop attached to the motel?
yeah. So it's like
to it, then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we should probably torch this place, but after we've moved everybody out of the motel.
Yes.
Okay, let's move forward to the lake rooms where we haven't gone to yet. I mean, we could look around here a little bit more, but I don't think we're going to find anything other than horror. Do you remember when we looked in those boxes at the sanitarium? That didn't really do us any favors, did it?
All too well. Damn it, if the cat didn't die to curiosity. Presumably there's like a pry bar or something in the workshop that Phineas pop the lid off a barrel.
Yep.
So yeah, Phineas is going to attempt to pry one of the barrels.
So before you grab the pry bar, you see Gordon's got the pry bar. And he's opened up some of these wooden crates by the doors, and he's like, "Well, this is cute." And he hands you the pry bar to go and open the barrel, and he's just pulling stuff out of this crate, and it's it's like an assortment of clothes and belongings that he's just going, well, this is all curious. He doesn't recognize anything, but there's just a box full of completely random, completely different sets of articles of clothing and like just handbags and shoes, random assortment of stuff.
Is there a Stetson?
Make me a luck roll. And if you pass it, you can absolutely have a Stetson.
Yeah, I got a Stetson.
You've got a Stetson. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a bit crumpled because it's been in this box, but you can like knock it into a rough sort of shape.
Yeah, I can get away with being a sheriff with it on. That's what I need.
There's also a set of mirrored sunglasses if you want. So some aviators.
Yeah, I'll take those.
Curiously, is there a sheriff's badge in there?
No.
There isn't. Okay.
No bad. I'm not giving you a free pass to be a lawman. Cool. Phineas, are you opening the barrel with the pipe?
For my sins, I absolutely am, yeah.
Amazing. Cool. Give me a sanity roll, please.
I'm shielding my eyes.
Oh! Rock steady!
Oh,
18
Awesome.
against the 26. I cannot fail sanity. That's the one
That's
thing
good.
I can't lose.
You do lose 1 point of sanity,
Yep.
Unfortunately, but
That's fine.
you are largely unaffected by the sight that greets you, and in there is it is a human body. You can figure out. You can see an ankh necklace in amongst all this flesh, but it's black pulsating flesh, and you see that the pipe has been inserted into it and into these pustules, and the person is clearly dead, but it's like their flesh is wriggling and alive underneath their skin, and they're really bloated and quite distended. But this is quite obviously Betsy Tolson, and there's fluid being forced out of her, which is then what forms the special hooch.
Phineas is going to take the beak of the raven figurehead on his cane, just hook the ankh, lift it out of the liquid, and then sort of.
And Gordon sees it, goes, "What? That's Betsy's. Have you found her? Where is she?"
Mr. Tolson, you may want to brace yourself for what you're about to see. And Phineas is going to sort of step to the side, proffer the necklace to Gordon.
He's like, "Betsy, no!" And he properly loses his shit and has a massive mental breakdown. Let's see. Right, you can each give me a D10 roll. Whoever rolls first is the tens.
I'll roll the first one. 2.
21.
21.
That's how much sanity he loses.
He gets cacademonomania. He now has a pathological belief that one of you two is inhabited by an evil spirit. And I think it's probably going to be Tobias, because Tobias was peddling the Bible stories.
Yeah.
And he's like, What have you done, foul demon? What have you done to her? You have brought this about. You have cursed us as sinners. That was unfair. And he's going like ape shit, and he's like flailing at you. He's not doing any damage. And you're like holding him off.
Gordon, this man is not your enemy. We must go and find this Pa.
You are in
he is
league
the one responsible.
with a demon. And I've just remembered he does have a pistol, but he's completely unhinged, and he's just sort of flailing around.
I'll sleight of hand his pistol off of him. Possibly. Does that even work for that? If he's not concentrating, well, how does the sleight of hands for making a secret move? But it would be like a dexterity roll.
I'll let you do it, but you can take a penalty dice because it would be more of a combat maneuver to disarm.
Could I be attempting to assist by sort of restraining him almost?
Because he's going to have the penalty dice.
Okay, so penalty dice. So D100.
Sleight of hand with a penalty, yeah.
Oh, it's already crap anyway. So.
That would have been so much better.
That would have been so much better, but 76.
You just don't manage to get a good enough grip on it, and
Yep.
He's babbling and utterly bonkers now.
I wish there was a quick way of knocking somebody out in this situation.
Yeah, if you want to knock him out, I can say you can use the butt of the.
Oh yeah, I've got a shotgun. Yeah, cold
Yeah.
cock him, yeah, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Cold
Okay.
cock.
There's no need to make the rolls because I'm assuming Phineas will be able to help with that. So, well,
Yeah.
you knock him out. We're not going to do any damage to him. He's now unconscious,
Yeah.
and you can take the pistol if you wish.
Yeah, if he went bonkers, let's take his pistol just in case
Yeah.
he wakes up and shoots himself or something daft.
Cool.
I'll take it.
Colt 1911.
Oh, Colt 1911. What's your handgun skill like? Do you want it? Do you want the Colt?
Phineas is no. He's rifles. Rifles and shotguns.
Same here.
But it's
I'll
always
take
good to have a backup.
It is. Colt 40. Yeah, perfect. Got that. Hey. And shall we finish this off? Let's take out Par, I suppose. This Par fellow. Or we could just fuck off.
Yeah, or you could run away.
And we're no heroes, and I've already taken this lot for $40. So,
well, there was the cash box as well.
It was the cash box. Let's get that, and then let's go.
Might I suggest we take one of the vehicles out? Like, presumably one of the vehicles out front belonged to Gilbert, or
that's the truck. Yeah, the truck is theirs.
And we do know where there are some spare license plates, don't we?
Yep, you certainly do.
Let's just help ourselves on to one of the license plates on the wall. Beautiful. The new car. You've got a mechanic skill to be able to
swap the plates. Yeah.
You've got a rugged truck now.
That neither of us can drive, but let's have a go anyway.
And I presume you're heading off into the. Are you taking any bottles of booze with you, perhaps?
Funnily enough.
No.
Yeah, you sure?
Actually, you know what? They did give us health boosts, but it was clandestine stuff. Would I go insane drinking it? Is what I'm thinking.
Now that you know what it is, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think it'll have the same effect now we know what it is.
Now that you know that.
I mean, look, you're on 3 hit points.
Yeah,
one more car crash.
Yeah, let's just down. I'll down a bottle quickly now.
Can Phineas make a sanity check at seeing this?
Okay.
I am an alcoholic though, and if it is alcoholic,
oh, it is definitely alcoholic.
Yeah, so technically, I can't really help myself in this scenario.
Yeah, you can both give me sanity checks then, just to see if you.
There it is.
Oh. Phineas, you will only lose one sanity.
Yep, 58 on mine. So I've got a sanity. That's higher than. So
cool.
Yeah, I've got 51 sanity at the moment.
Okay, so again, you'll lose 1. If you failed, you'll just lose 1 sanity as you realise you're drinking the bodily fluids of somebody from somewhere and something else. But you will. Okay, so that's your sanity roll, and then if you're drinking it, give me a luck roll as well.
A luck roll.
Yeah.
80. Not very good at all.
Okay, so you only get the 1d6 hit points back.
1d6. Okay. 2. Well, that gives me a total hit points of 5. That might be enough to survive the car journey.
Brilliant. Cool. And you guys head off like the heroes you aren't into the night, having actually not rested. You managed to eat at least and drink, but you head off, and the people have diligently stayed locked away in their rooms while you just bogged off. You got another $12 from the cash box.
Excellent. $12 on top of my $40. I have $52 now, which in old timely money is not bad for one night's work.
For one night's murdering, that's pretty good going.
Anyone asks us what happened tonight, I sold a man his own Bible back to him. That's none of the horror stuff happened.
You put it well out of your mind. Yes. And that's
Perhaps
it.
we
Well
don't
done.
breathe a word of this to Agent Templesmith. Should we see him
No.
again?
No,
That's it.
absolutely.
Templesmith, Kurt Templesmith. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've survived the a night. Well, you never made the full night, but you've lived to tell the tale of Scar Lake Motel. So well done, gents. Very good.
Yay!
That was a
That was
close
really
run
fun.
thing. Those rolls were atrocious.
Oh,
My
man.
God.
I was trying to help. I really was.
Mate, you can't help that level of ineptitude. My God.
I honestly thought
So-
I thought he was gonna die. Like that's why I went for the shotgun because I was like, if I'm gonna die one way or another, I'm dying fighting.
What was happening? You wouldn't have wanted to go and face Parr. That would have definitely been total party kill.
Mm.
But yeah, they were killing travelers and making special hooch with so Parr
Why?
injects them
Yeah.
with stuff, and he lives in the lake. But you don't need to worry about that because that's never going to come back and haunt you. Brilliant. Anyway, what's Jed's?
Yeah. Makes sense why there were all those license plates.
Yeah.
Ah.
There were some other shady characters hiding out there, but you didn't need to know about that. You
$52 and a Stetson.
I'm
yeah,
happy
and a
with
shotgun
that.
and a pistol.
And a shotgun and a pistol.
And one of the coolest kills I think I've ever been party to in a tabletop
I'm
role
holding it
playing
up.
game.
Shoot him now.
It is beautiful.
It was a hell of a combination, absolutely.
Nice. It was good stuff, guys. Thanks for joining
Thanks
and
ever
really
so
going
much.
for it tonight.
Yay.
We did the best we could with a cut down team, but yeah, we got through it.
Thank you so much, Gary. That was awesome.
Yeah,
No
it was
problem.
really good, Gary. Really good.
Awesome. So, I mean, we've got a viewer, so if anyone's got anything to plug, they can feel free to plug it. It will be on YouTube forever. I mean, we've got our awesome sponsors, which is Lost Boys Pizza in Camden. We've got Monkeys
Woo!
Emporium. Check him out on Facebook for his online auctions and Shade Glass Games.
Woohoo!
Anything else?
Yeah, Rock Central Promotions always doing comedy gigs in the Nottingham, Derbyshire area. So we've got a new venue in Chesterfield next month, which we've already sold out 40 tickets to. So really pleased with that. But yeah, if you get on the website, get in there quick, you'll get tickets, basically.
Yes, definitely. Support your local comedy clubs.
Yeah.
Because it's much better comedy that you see there than you do at arenas.
not-
No, we did. On the whole,
Not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed.
I don't know,
Cheaper.
lap
It's
dancing an
cheaper than
octogenarian
another
leech monster.
Pretty good.
Brilliant. Yeah, we're done for that. I think we're back next Wednesday. Hopefully, we don't know how many people it'll be. It could be another crazy road trip Cthulhu one shot. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll be back up to the full team and we'll be in some sort of swamp hell. But yeah, there'll be
We
no
are bound
repercussions
for the
from
Hockamock.
what we've just gone through at all. But thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to hit the end broadcast now, which is really awkward because it takes ages.
The awkward
we'll do
wave.
the awkward wave.